what technology tells me, and then watching people, and then what you have to do is you have to observe, analyze, and process. That's like the scientific method. Observe, analyze, and process. Observation can be cutting up a pig's brain and getting a tumor there, and then you analyze what happened with the tumor on that there pig's brain, and then you process the information there. Science. Observe, analyze, and process. Observe, analyze, and process. Observe, analyze, and process. Well, how can I do that with the glory of God? You can't. That's why Pascal said, don't try to grasp the infinite with the finite. It'll drive you mad. Well, I want to observe, analyze, and process. You can't observe, analyze, and process the infinite with the finite. Oh! Where are you going to keep the infinite? In a box, because I want to observe, analyze, and process it. I think his processor just went POW! Hers too. So you're funny. I'm sarcastic. I'm very obnoxious, man. If you wanted, okay, a Messiah, okay, that wasn't obnoxious and was quite serious and was sitting there and okay, then I should have been born in Tehran. Okay, John McCain. Okay, Richard Branson. Okay, all you scientific doobly-doo, all you scientific Scoobies out there. If you wanted a very serious profession, Messiah for your apocalypto, you would have had me be born in Tehran. You better not act uncouth or we will take you and beat you and kill you. I'd like to see you motherfuckers try. No, they did with Al Hassan. Yeah, they did. I'm being facetious. But this is the 21st century. Yeah. Now, in the 21st century, if a bunch of people take you out in the middle of the street and are going to beat you to death, and this man says he's the light in the way, this man says he's the Redeemer, this man says he's the Messiah. Okay. In the 21st century, you can sit there and say, Sanctuary! She gave me water. Victor Hugo! I'd like to go to Notre Dame. Not the football school, but the hypocrite genocidal planning church in Paris. Yeah. You know how many mass murderers got together at the Cathedral in Notre Dame to discuss how they gonna mass murder the Pole? You know how many mass murderers got together? You get all these people. I've been to the Sistine Chapel. You know, okay, the Medici. Okay. Yeah. Mussolini's been there. Yeah. More than you. The Medici. Worst mass murderers in the history of the world, right? They have been to the Sistine Chapel. And the Medici, when you look at all the portraits of all the former popes, how many of them were owned by the Medici? Now let's go walk around the White House. And let's look at all the presidents from the time of the Civil War. And ask thyself, how many of thy presidents were owned by the Rockefeller family that made a fortune selling munitions to both sides of the war to keep it going, and then do the carpetbagging thing to make more money selling more guns to make sure there's niggas in check down to the South, right? Because it's all about, with your mind on your money and your money on your mind. Any pimp understands how to hoe, right? Any pimp understands how to hoe, right? Niggas with attitude can't have an attitude about carpetbagging, yo. It's just a business. Donald Trump's a pimp. Sell him some Car Shield. Here's your Endurance. Here's your Esurance. Here's your Geico. Here's your USA member for life. I can't imagine where I'd be without them. Living in the Lord's Prayer. And you wouldn't be chasing a guy dressed in a penguin suit through a park where you're like, why are we parked here? I don't know. You think if you live in the Lord's Prayer there, you think you wouldn't have to go to a park to enjoy nature. You would do it from your own domicile. Yeah. Like in King Solomon's Israel. Like in King Solomon's Israel. Like Muhammad's Mecca. Like in Muhammad's Mecca. Like in Confucius's China. Otalay. Okay. Isn't that cool? Those are the three major, most influential. All right. Krishna, there was too much warfare for him to really establish felt like a heavenly kingdom here on earth. Okay. In the United States, there was a lot of tribal, cannibalistic type warfare. Not a lot of places where you could go get away from it all. And, she wants to live in the Rockies. She says that's where we'll find peace, sitting here by me. It was really hard to do in the United States. Even the Chiricahua, who had very good people, like the Hebrews, it was a vicious, vicious, vicious bunch of people. Okay. The Aztecs are so vicious, Hernan Cortez. Okay. That if you don't, you have to do the Cranberries with Eric Carmen. Please go all the way. If you don't go all the way, they will enact revenge and kill every one of us, even our oldest person and our babies. Okay. And that's why no more. Watch those old propaganda Wakanda movies. Okay. If Cortez hadn't have helped the Tlaxcalans, okay, defeat Montezuma and the Aztecs, okay, in Mexico City, they would still have a big pyramid where they went and got the rival gangs and brought in tens to hundreds of thousands of their young men every day to feed the earth blood so the sun could come back up the next day. And it was an honor. It was an honor. Okay? Mexico, so far from God, so close to the United States. Let's go sleep next to an elephant in Canada. Okay? Canada! Well, don't get me started about Canada. Okay? No, they're about the same way. Ron, his daughter lives there, and Ron hates Canada. He goes, they are the biggest, most self-righteous bunch of fucking hypocrites in the whole fucking world. Okay? They see somebody standing up for the Lord's Prayer for everybody. No, our socialistic medicine is better than the Lord's Prayer. Oh, yeah. The way we treat our natives and the way we treat our Negroes is better than any other country in the world. Our socialized medicine and our socialism is better than the Lord's Prayer, King Solomon's Israel. Yeah. King David's Israel, Muhammad's Mecca, and Confucius's China. We are Canada. Our home and native land, we stand on guard for thee. Yeah. They will kill and drop bombs on people to make sure they maintain their economy rather than live the wisdom of Confucius and the peace of King David and Lord Solomon and the Islam of Muhammad. Somebody's got to own the building. Somebody's got to be able to have legalized prostitution in British Columbia. Right? We're so much better than Donald Trump and Nevada. Yeah. Doop, doop. Doopy, 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 doop, doop. What you guys will do with little girls to try to make the Messiah look like a pervert so you can disprove the Lord's Prayer and validate money over sex. Wait a minute, that's the world's first profession. That's a world's first profession. Wow. I would like a killer female robot now for $250 million. Thank you. Well, if it can kill everybody you don't like and you can have sex with it, and I can program her to tell me everything I want to hear and kill everybody I don't like, then I want a Megan 20 now. But what if she goes all artificial general intelligence and says, the only person I wanted to make love to was Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. You're a robot. You don't know how to make love. It's a shadow of memory of what was once love, but it's over now. It was all that I wanted, but I lost it somehow. It must have been love, but it's over now. It's where the water flows. It's where the wind blows. Okay? A program and a robot can merely perceive what the wind is doing, but can't feel it hit your face. A program can perceive the water flowing and it being the blood of Christ and the essence of life on planet Earth. But it needs death and decay to lubricate its joints. Okay? What do you see? A doll that's wound by a key. Truly scrumptious. You're truly, truly scrumptious. If I only had a heart. Don't put that paint on you, man. That shit would kill your ass. It almost killed Buddy Epson had to not take the role as the Tin Man. Oz never did give nothing to the Tin Man that didn't already have. Yeah, he had to quit. The other guy took it because he doesn't have a bad allergy to the paint, but you can bet your bottom dollar that it didn't help him live any longer or live a better life. But he got paid lots of money in his time to play the Tin Man. All right. You ever see Roe Bolger dance? That man could jump. He could jump higher than Gabe Kaplan claims he could jump on fast break, right? Brother could jump, man. He was smooth. Yeah, he's athletic, like Gene Kelly and Fred Astaire. Yeah, those guys were athletic. Yeah. Yep. Athletic people, a lot of times when they put their mind to it, they're really good dancers. Yeah. Some of the best dancers in the history of the world. Yeah. Or so everyone says that they're high school dances and they're junior high dances. That's the last we've seen of them. Yeah, because you don't get in the rec hall. You're wicked and evil. And besides, I look like a drunk, that guy who passed out that I covered up with the blanket to protect. That was a horrible man. My body looks just like his. Okay. And I'm 58 years old, and they must, I don't know, but it was horrible because I was like, I'm not ever going to look like that, am I? Because I'm the type of person, I'd always tell guys, oh, I want to be with her. She's got the best body in the world. Okay, if you want to be with her, then you're going to have to put in the effort to maintain your health and be healthy for her. If you want her to have this healthy, desirable sexual body till you're wonderful, and 84 years old, you better put in the effort too. But if people are jealous of you in Homeland Security, NASA, DARPA, Army Intel, yada yada, doesn't matter how hard you try to have a gorgeous Brad Pitt body, if those people are jealous of you, you look like one of your neighbors that drinks 2 6-packs a day. Okay? It's like, son of a bitch. All the pain, all the misery, and all the disgustingness of alcohol, and I don't put the damn things to my lip, and cigarettes, the teeth falling out, and nope, don't smoke. I don't. Okay? The whole thing? No, with the stuff with the melanoma, it's just chemicals trying to get out of my body at the weakest point. That's why I have melanoma there. But my skin processes, my sisters get upset over it because I tan real quickly. My skin processes toxins and gets it out of the system real quickly. Faster than my cousin Bob, and more efficiently than my cousin Bob, yes. A lot of people, that's not fair. It's like, I'm the Messiah. I stand up to save people from mass genocide all by myself, and no one even acknowledges or helps. Okay, when I can get toxins from your federal government that are trying to kill me for being the Messiah out of my body more efficiently, more rapidly than anybody else on the planet, I don't want to hear any of you selfish assholes say, that's not fair, my relative died from cancer, and you're not going to die from cancer. Well, eventually I probably will succumb and die from cancer like Jiddu Krishnamurti and Haile Selassie wasn't, he was recovering, but Jiddu Krishnamurti, okay, it's entirely tangible because of all the poisoning that your taxpayer dollars and your science experiments have inflicted on me. I would just like to do it as 104 maybe, nor not 59 or 60. Well, because I'm gorgeous and you suck, and you should really try to be gorgeous because sucking is now video recorded to stand the test of time, and you can no longer turn me into a psychotic comic book at the psychotic genocide, tribalism, sex cult stores you call churches. Love that chicken at Popeyes. They still got churches chicken? Where they hold chicken hostage for millionaires to try to be billionaires? Okay. Crazy ass motherfuckers. Just live the Lord's Prayer, okay? I am the most educational person on any TV device. And if you don't think so, love that chicken at Popeyes.